Hey, Sean here from Sony Talk. I just got back from surgery on my finger. Got a pretty numb arm, and I'm on a few painkillers. But I wanted to take this opportunity to review a film that I watched last night. It was called Sharktopus. It's a sci-fi original movie. I don't know if you know them, but basically Sharktopus stars Eric Roberts and a bunch of other ragtag actors, including sort of like a mini cameo from Ralph Babble-On Garman. And if you don't know who Ralph Garman is, you might want to check out Hollywood Babble-On podcast with Kevin Smith, part of the Smodcast Network. Is really funny. I enjoy it mainly because of Ralph Garman. But it's really funny. So this movie is kind of like a throwback to old Roger Corman movies. And if you don't know who Roger Corman don't know who Roger Corman is, he's a very, very famous producer and director and writer sometimes of B movies, essentially what you would call them, genre flicks. And some of my favourites, or some of the ones that I own and watch, Little Shop of Horrors, the original, some Valentine's Day Massacre, The Raven, Death Sport, Boxcar Bertha, Night of the Cobra Women, and these are all kind of like genre flicks from like the 70s, the 60s even. And he produces, I don't know how many films a year, but a lot. Um, so if you don't know who he is, you should check him out because he's a pretty famous guy. So Sharktopus is bad, like terrible, like AIDS bad. It's seriously bad. But then going into the film, you know it is going to be bad. And if you don't know it's going to be bad, you're just a fucking idiot. Because this film is about a half shark, half octopus that reigns terror on like a beach town after something goes wrong. I won't spoil it anyway. It's not Jaws. So if you don't know it's bad, check out the trailer. It might look like your sort of film, but after seeing the trailer, you get the gist of how bad this movie is. What you kind of have to decide with Sharktopus is the film bad because it's meant to be bad? Is it trying to be bad? Or is it just a badly made film? Now, my opinion is that it's kind of a bit of both. It's a total Z movie, and Z movie, I don't know if it's an actual phrase, but it's kind of like a bad B movie, and a B movie is a genre flick, a film that doesn't um, confine itself to a single genre: drama, thriller, romance, comedy, action. It's kind of like a mishmash of like sci-fi and horror and comedy and action. It's just a genre-bending film, you know. Along with it, it has some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in a film that's been allowed to be seen by members of the public. I mean, the CGI is so bad you might want to throw up in your own mouth. Check the trailer again, you'll see what I mean. There are moments in the film where it feels like the writers just gave up. They just got lazy, or they probably didn't exist, and maybe these actors were allowed to improvise their own really, really bad lines. There's probably two funny lines in the movie, and one of those is "Damn you, Sharktopus," which is funny and might make a cool T-shirt, but is a pretty bad line. I'm a believer in that cult movies are found. They're not. They're not made. No one sets out to make a cult movie because if you try and make a cult movie, you fail. If you try and make a movie, it can become a cult movie. Movies like The Room and White Walls, and I mean, even good movies like Donnie Darko. You know, some people just don't like that movie, but it's kind of a cult movie because there are select a few million people who probably really love that movie. think Sharktopus will stop being talked about in a couple of months because it doesn't have any repeat viewing pleasure. I can't see it having any repeat viewing pleasure. In one of my previous videos, I don't know if I've posted it yet, but I kind of rip on a movie called Rubber, which is much like this movie, is that it's just being a try-hard at being a cult film, but it tries way harder than Sharktopus, so it fails. It completely fails. At least Sharktopus kind of feels like the director was trying to make an actual movie. Or in Rubber, I felt like the director was taking the piss out of me. Excuse me. The acting in this film is fucking terrible. The kills in this movie are laughable, and mainly because their only direction seems to be put your arms up and scream a little bit. And the CGI is foul, it's vomit inducing, and the film is completely riddled with cliches. If you were going to take anything away from this review, and it's not really much of a review because this film's quite hard to review, but if you are going to take anything away from this review, remember, this is a sci-fi original, and even though Sci-Fi the channel have put out some great, my favourite TV series of all time, remember that their previous outputs for movies include Dino Croc versus Super Gator, Dino Shark, Mega Snake, and Wolfsbane, and they're the ones that I've seen, and they're fucking as terrible as this movie. 2. This movie is about half shark, half octopus, and it's riddled with action movie cliches. And D. This is a Roger Corman produced movie, and in a way, all of Sci-Fi Originals movies are kind of like love letters to the era of what you might say is Roger Corman, his movies, and I appreciate a lot of Corman's flicks, and I appreciate like who he is. He's kind of like the king of the indie flicks, and without him, we probably, without Roger Corman, we might not have had James Cameron as early as we did, because James Cameron was kind of like Roger Corman's protege. He worked on a lot of Roger Corman flicks and directed Piranha 2 first off. It's not that I can't enjoy a quote-unquote B movie, it's just that with this particular film, I had no connection. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't hate it. I didn't feel like it wasted my time. I kind of did. I kind of felt like I could have been doing something better. I could have watched a different film. I could have watched a film that I'm about to watch, which is The Arbor. But I'm going to watch that now. It's like an hour and a half. I didn't feel offended like I did with Rubber. I didn't feel tricked and duped into watching. I knew exactly what this film was going to be. I thought there might have been some sort of secret sauce in there, and I might have enjoyed it more. I really only watched it because Ralph Garman's in it, and yeah, I won't give away any spoilers, but I feel that there must be an audience out there for this film, because they keep getting made. So maybe you are. Maybe you enjoy films like this. Maybe you enjoy movies like this. So if you do, leave a comment down below. And yeah, if you do enjoy movies, let me know why. Like, I don't care if you just message me, tweet me, send me an email or whatever. You can find my email on cinetalk.tv. Yeah, I'm running out of time. I was just checking the time and I'm at 9 minutes and 22 seconds. So if you do enjoy these movies, let me know why. Comment down below, whatever favourite it, I don't know. Let me know why you enjoy these movies, because I'd like to know why.